Hey Virgo, I'm Anna, and welcome to your daily reading. I am going to say something right at the start before we even begin, before Spirit shares what it needs to share, because I need you to understand the nature of what is coming through today. This is not a gentle reading. This is not the soft, reassuring, everything is going to be fine kind of energy that sometimes comes through in these collective spaces. This is urgent. This is the kind of energy that pressed on me before I even sat down, that was already moving, already insisting, already saying, you need to share this. They need to know this cannot wait. And I have learned to honor that insistence when it comes through this strongly. Not every message today will apply to every person watching. Please take what resonates, take what speaks to your soul and your situation, and release the rest with love. But for those of you this is meant for, and Spirit is telling me there are more of you in this collective today than usual, please stay with me all the way through. Because what is happening behind your back is something you genuinely need to know. Please, what do we need to know today? What is Spirit sharing with this collective? Oh, oh, wow. Okay. There are conversations happening without you, decisions being made, energies moving in directions that have everything to do with you and your life and your story, and you have had no visibility into any of it. None. Because it has all been happening in the spaces you were not present for, in the quiet rooms, in the private moments, in the interior worlds of people who are connected to you in ways that matter, who have been thinking about you, talking about you, moving toward decisions about you without your knowledge. And here is the thing Spirit needs you to understand right now before anything else. What is happening behind your back is not against you. Soft sigh. I know that when we hear something is happening without our knowledge behind our back, in the spaces we cannot see, the mind immediately reaches for the threatening interpretation. The betrayal narrative, the assumption that invisible things are invisible because they would not survive our scrutiny. And I understand that instinct. It is earned. It has history behind it. Some of you have experienced enough real betrayal that the protective reading of hidden activity has become automatic. But Spirit is interrupting that narrative today, firmly, with the specific and insistent quality of something that needs to correct a misunderstanding before it calcifies into a belief that costs you something real. What is happening in the invisible spaces around you right now is not a threat to your well being. It is, and I want to choose this word carefully, a campaign, a quiet, sustained, entirely on your behalf campaign being conducted by forces and people and energies that are moving in your direction. For you, without your asking, without your even knowing to hope for it. Let's see what else is coming in. Please, what does Spirit need this collective to understand about what is moving behind the scenes? Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely, yes. Because this is where it gets specific. And I love when Spirit gets specific, because specific is what actually reaches people. Specific is what lands in the right place, rather than bouncing off the surface of a mind that is too defended to let the general version in. There is someone, and for many of you watching today, this is going to resonate immediately. You are going to feel your chest respond before your mind has had a chance to catch up. There is someone who has been speaking about you, not in the damaging way, in the advocating way, in the this person is extraordinary and I am going to make sure the right people know it way. Someone who sees your value with a clarity that perhaps even you do not consistently have access to, who has been carrying that clarity into spaces where it can actually do something, where it can open doors, where it can shift perceptions, where it can create the conditions for something significant to find its way to you. Uh, and you had no idea, right? That is the specific quality of what Spirit is bringing through today, the revelation of loyalty and advocacy and genuine care that has been operating entirely outside your awareness. Someone fighting for you in rooms you were never invited into. Someone saying your name with conviction in conversations you will never have full access to. Someone ensuring that the version of you that exists in the wider world is the accurate version, not the diminished one, not the misrepresented one, but the full, true, this is who they actually are version that only people who have paid real attention are qualified to offer. That person exists in your life. And what they have been doing for you invisibly without expectation of acknowledgement, simply because it was the right thing to do for someone they genuinely believe in, is extraordinary. Let's see what else is coming in for this reading today. Please, what else does Spirit want this collective to know? Oh, wow. Oh, this is big. This is genuinely significant, guys, because what is coming through now is not just about one person advocating for you. It is about a whole movement, a whole invisible current of energy that has been redirecting in your favor in multiple areas through multiple channels over a period of time that you have been completely unaware of. Think about the things that have felt stalled, the situations that appeared stuck, going nowhere, generating no visible movement, requiring your continued patience in the absence of any obvious reason to be patient. Spirit is saying today they were not stalled. They were working in the invisible machinery of cause and effect and timing and the accumulation of all the things that needed to be in place before the visible movement could begin. They were actively, continuously, entirely without your awareness working. Soft sigh. And what has been working in the invisible world is preparing to surface in the visible one with a completeness and a speed that the apparent stalling could not have predicted. Because that is how invisible work operates. It does not reveal its progress incrementally. It reveals it all at once, at the moment of completion, when everything that needed to assemble has assembled and the thing can finally break through from the unseen into the seen. That moment may be approaching. Spirit is bringing this through with an urgency that suggests sooner rather than later. Not as a guaranteed timeline, I will never give you that because it is not mine to give. But as a quality of energy, the quality of something that is close enough to the surface that the pressure of it is already changing what exists around it. Let's see what else Spirit is sharing. Please, what else do we need to hear today? Oh, I love this. I love this so much because what is coming through now is about the relational dimension of what is happening behind your back. And this is the part that I feel most strongly for several of you in this collective today. There is someone who has been realizing things about you privately in the quiet space of their own honest self examination. Realizations that are significant, that are changing the quality of how they think about you, how they feel about you, what they understand about what you mean to them. Realizations that they have not yet shared with you because they are still sitting inside them, still turning them over, still finding their shape, still locating the courage that sharing them will require. And what they are realizing, what is becoming clearer to them every day in the private space of everything they have not said, is that they have been underestimating you, not maliciously, in the specific and very human way of someone who looked at something extraordinary so consistently that they stopped registering the extraordinary and started treating it as ordinary, as background, as simply always there, available, reliable, present, without fully accounting for what the always there actually represents. Uh, they are accounting for it now. In the specific reckoning quality of someone who has glimpsed the possibility of its absence, who has felt, even briefly, even hypothetically, what it would mean to not have your particular presence in their world, and found that glimpse genuinely alarming. Alarming enough to produce the kind of internal urgency that changes how a person moves, that converts the comfortable assumption of your availability into a conscious, active, I need to do something about this awareness of what they actually carry for you. And what they carry, what is becoming undeniable to them in the private space of their realizations, is something considerably larger than what they have been showing. Something that the showing will eventually have to catch up to. Something that is right now behind your back, pressing for expression in ways that the maintained silence can feel but cannot indefinitely contain. Let's see what else is coming through. Please, what does Spirit need this collective to understand about how to receive what is coming? Oh, yes. Oh, this is so important, and it is coming through so clearly, the instruction, the specific invitation that Spirit is extending to everyone in this collective today. Stop explaining away the signs. That is the instruction. Simple, direct, and I know for some of you, it is going to produce a recognition that is slightly uncomfortable because explaining away the signs has become such a practiced and automatic response that you may not even notice you are doing it anymore. The lingering glance you attributed to coincidence, the warmth in a particular interaction that you decided was just their personality. The specific quality of attention someone pays you that you explained as simply being friendly. The opportunities that seem to appear from nowhere that you credited to luck. These things are not coincidences. They are not random. They are the visible edge of everything that has been moving behind your back, breaking through to the surface in the small ways first, in the signs and the signals and the moments that feel slightly more significant than ordinary before the full thing surfaces all at once. Soft sigh. Pay attention to the small things, the ones your rational mind immediately reaches to explain, the ones that feel slightly too pointed, slightly too specific, slightly too precisely tailored to where you are right now to be genuinely accidental. Those are the messages from the invisible world making themselves visible. Those are the evidence of the campaign, the advocacy, the realizations, the invisible work beginning to break through. And your job right now is simply to stop explaining them away and start allowing them to mean what they mean. Let's see what final message Spirit has for this collective today. Please, what does this reading need to close with? Oh, this is so beautiful. Because what is coming through as the final piece of this reading is something I want to say with the full weight it deserves, something that Spirit has been building toward through everything that came before it, and that lands in the context of everything we have explored today with a completeness that feels genuinely like the right note to end on. You are more loved than you know. More supported than the visible evidence of your life has consistently reflected, more championed in the rooms you are not in the conversations you cannot hear, in the private realizations of the people who carry some version of you inside them than the surface of your daily experience has made available to feel. Ah, and the reason you are finding out today, the reason Spirit pressed on me with such urgency to share this, the reason this reading needed to happen now is simply that you needed to know not to produce complacency. The awareness of being loved and supported does not diminish your own agency, it amplifies it. But because carrying the weight of feeling unseen and unchampioned and alone in the navigation of your own life has been costing you something real, a quality of ease, a quality of trust, a quality of genuine openness to what is coming that the weight has been making difficult to maintain. You are not alone in this. You have never been alone in this. And what has been happening behind your back, all of it, in every dimension Spirit touched today, has been evidence of that. Evidence that was simply invisible until now. Now you know. Now you can carry it differently. Now you can move through the days ahead with the specific and grounded confidence of someone who knows, really knows, that the invisible world is working in their favor. Walk differently, receive differently, expect differently, not with entitlement, but with the quiet, earned, completely warranted expectation of someone who now understands that what has been moving behind their back has been building something extraordinary. And it is almost ready to show itself. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you so much for being here and for trusting this space. If something here landed with the weight of something you needed to hear, If something here gave language to what you have been feeling without being able to name, please, like, comment, and subscribe to stay close. Because what is surfacing from behind the scenes in your life right now is a story worth following all the way through. Blessings of awareness, of trust, and of the specific and extraordinary peace of knowing you are held to every single one of you watching today. Have a beautiful day, everyone.